So this room is some kind of like family room. It just got a little TV in here, and you just sit over there. I'm currently in here trying to wait to get some test results. My roommate is going through a procedure right now. So I'm here waiting for my roommate to finish her procedure. She has similar things going on like me, but her own stuff, And one of the things that she has going on that her friend told me about is let me get this paper where I wrote stuff down on. Okay, so I got these notes right here. I've been keeping notes about what's going on with me, and the last thing I need is a EGD. So endoscopy. I don't know how to pronounce that. So it's spelled ENDOSCOPY. That word right there. So I need that done, and I'm scared. When I first came into the emergency room, oh my God, I'm so dry. When I first came to the emergency room, they were suggesting that I get that, and I was just scared. So I was like, okay, we could do that, but last. And so they was like, okay, we'll do all these other tests first, and they did. They was running it down. So I've been here for 5 days now. I came in here on August 15th, and it's now the 19th. And I'm about to get discharged. I was happy about that. See this paper? I was. Oh, snap. I ain't supposed to be putting my business out there like that. Okay, I'm gonna need to edit that part out. I got a discharge paper right here, okay? So just know I got a discharge paper right here. I'm not going to show the paper. But I was happy to go home. I want to go home. I'm ready to go home. I miss my son so much. And so I agreed. I thought there was nothing else I could be doing. And that test didn't slip my mind. The thing is, the doctor told me this morning that they do it outpatient and not in. And I'm like, okay, why would I not believe what my doctor is telling me? So turns out my neighbor, the woman right next to me, is getting it done in this hospital. In a matter of minutes, she's about to get it done. So I'm like, why is she getting it done, but I'm not getting it done? But they want to make me go to outpatient. That's going to cost, I don't know, however much more money, more time. I don't have a babysitter. This is why I'm in here. This is why my health is like this, because I don't take care of myself enough. And now I got all these medical problems. I'm just go, just pushing through. And my body has completely broken down. When I tell you all this stuff that is wrong with me, it's crazy. I didn't even think so much stuff was wrong with me. I feel so just ill and ugly and broken. I can't cry because I didn't cry so much since I've been in here and just talking to people and just praying and thinking. And when I finally got a shower, because they wouldn't let me shower for a couple days, it's been an experience. So know where to start. I don't know where to start, but I am trying to appeal this decision for discharge, even though I did agree with it up front, but that's because I didn't know no better. So after the woman that is sick, her friend who is completely coherent, everything, and actually had the procedure done before too, so that's a good point. She told me how easy it is, how safe, it's just quick, and it does say that online, and the doctors made it seem like it wasn't. The doctors was like, oh, you know, there's risk involved, and you know, just painting a picture like it's a scary big thing. And so I was scared, and she was like, no, it's not. And then online they like, no, it's not. Like, it take like 15 minutes. By the time you get, you know, somewhat sedated or put to sleep, you be right back up again, and you know, you be like, did it happen? That's how quick it happens. You'll be like that. So I'm like, oh, okay. And then she even went a step further. I'm gonna just call her N. I'm not gonna say her real name, but my new friend N. She was like, when she got it done, because her friend is getting it done, and her friend is M. So when she was telling M the same thing as me, like, girl, you good, like, just, I already got it. And she said it's like a light sedation, so you don't like move or jump, because they have to put a little camera or something on a thread, for lack of a better word, wire, medical string, you know, that sounds better. They put that down inside of you to see your stomach, okay, to see if you got ulcers or the lining of your stomach, just everything and anything that could be going on in there. And I desperately need that. So yeah, I got CAT scans done, I got ultrasound done inside and out, but I did not get that done. And I got one done on my leg too. But going back to the EGD, so yeah, she's getting that done, and she was coaching her friend, and I cried again because it was so loving and so pure and so touching. I was just like, just so humbled by how supportive she was and having somebody there, you know. And even the one before her, because my roommate before her also had family support that came up there, multiple people, and calling, and she had like balloons, and here I am by myself, as I always am, doing everything in life by myself, and just alone. Phone ain't ringing, ain't nobody calling me, and I ain't calling nobody, because who I'm calling? Who I'm calling? Like, if they ain't calling me, I'm not calling them. There's nobody to call. And my family, you know, is not caring of me. They don't care about what I'm doing, how I'm doing. So I'm like, what's the point of just calling them and trying to get some sympathy out of them in this moment when they don't care about me anyway? They didn't call me for my birthday, and you know, that's a whole nother story. But anyways, so yeah, I did give emergency contact information to my family member that I don't even think care or would come even in the case of emergency. I don't even think they would do anything, but I just had to fill in the blank, so I just gave the information. I'll see you. So once she convinced me that it was safe and it's okay and it's not going to be harmful, there's not all this major risk involved like how they trying to make it seem like, they really was strategically talking me out of it to not do it. That's what they were doing, and I don't know why they were doing it. Like, I have a speculation, like, when I get down to the nitty gritty and start telling y'all everything that's been going on, but it still just don't make sense because it's unhumane. Like, this is a hospital. We both agree that I should have it. They agree, it's on my paperwork, it's on my discharge papers, it's just an outpatient referral. Why are we arguing about where I'm going to get it done? Whether it's in here or out there, if y'all could do it in here, let's get it done while I'm here, and it only takes 15 minutes. Like, and y'all started off with the suggestion it. Okay, so that's where I'm at now. That's why I'm in here in this room, and yeah, it's crazy, y'all. It's crazy. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. I feel so beat down. But They got these cute little flowers in here. Look at this flower, y'all, behind. Ain't that pretty? I'm using the flower to hold y'all up. But they got a couple of them around the room and stuff like that. So, okay. Let's get down to it then. Okay, I'm like extra dry and crusty. I am in the hospital, so I'm probably gonna have a filter on so I don't look as bad as I feel. Dehydrated, you know, dry skin, all the things. Okay, let's get down to how I got here, what's going on with me, the whole story. So don't be like, I'm not sick. I just don't want to look like what I'm going through. I'm dehydrated. My eyes got bags. My skin is dry. You know, I probably look like bad. So let's get down to business. I just want to preface this video by saying I'm probably going to do like a little light smooth skin filter because I look crazy as I feel crazy. I am literally still in the hospital, okay? And when I'm making this video. So, I just don't want to look like what I'm going through, okay? But I just thought last minute I would just tell y'all what I'm going through. And I thought about just posting right through it. Like, I got, you know, my birthday content up right now. And then, boom, I get hit with this. And I'm like, let me just, you know, stay on track with the same content. But I want to document this. I never been admitted into no hospital for no 5 days before. So, okay, this how it started, right? I've been here for 5 days. Today is August 19th. I came in here August 15th. I think that was like, what, a Thursday? I was having some, hold on. Attention, medical alert, hospital code team 9B room 24. I don't know if y'all can hear that. They calling off the loudspeaker for a medical alert. And this is why I want to go home. Like, you know, this is a scary place. The floor I'm on is a specialized floor for what we all going through. You know, it's just alarms constantly going off day and night, even my own. You know, I just got off of a machine today, the IV machine. So, like, without trying to show y'all my band, y'all see my arm. They stuck me 2 times in this arm. I had 2 IVs. This is my current IV. And then I had one, and I had multiple needles and then 1 IV in this arm as well. So you see all them holes? And then I had in the back here blood thinner needles in both of my arms. Well, he ain't put no band-aid on that side. So I'm just trying to turn these bands around because I be like talking with my hands. I'm going through a lot right now. So yeah, Thursday I was having like some light bleeding, and I have fibroids. If you don't know, I have mentioned that, but it's not something I talk about. Like, I thought about making a playlist on it, but it's just so heavy, y'all. It's such a heavy topic. It's so hard to talk about it all the time. So like, I was just like not talking about it trying to keep my channel cheery and upbeat, but everybody got a condition, something going on with them in their life. This is mine. So I started having light bleeding, and if you don't know, fibroids is like, I think it's called benign tumors, like not cancerous tumors in my uterus, and I have 4 of them. So they are trying to get up out of here because I've been trying to change my diet and work on them and shrink them. And I guess it's working because that's what brought me in here. Comment down below if you know anything about this, because I don't know much. I only know my symptoms of what I go through. And I don't have any, friends. I'm not in no communities for nothing about this. But from what I know, they're not cancerous, and I have 4, and mine is like losing blood or detaching from the blood source, which I think is a good thing because they'll like die and fall out and shrink or whatever. So that's what's happening with me. And what happened was on Thursday, I don't know when I'm getting my period, guys. Like, the fibroids cause you to bleed randomly, and it could be excessively, and it do be excessively for me. Like, I can go 3 weeks at a time bleeding. Now, it's not going to be a whole lot of blood. It's just going to be a continuous amount of blood. So it could just be one day, and then I could get my period. I don't know when I bleed, I don't know if it's my period or if it's fibroids. So Thursday, I got some spotting. So I got in my head, let me get ready for my period. And almost made a video for y'all about surviving my period with me. Might still make that video because everything I got to do, getting teas together, making sure I got, proper padding in my house. I got special linens that I put on my bed because, I don't want my good stuff getting messed up. And all of that, stuff like that, like feminine care stuff. So I was getting ready in my mind. Friday hit. When I tell you Friday hit like a storm, I was in so much pain. Like, the fibroid was just dropping out of me. Like, the amount of blood that was coming out of me, it was disgusting. I never seen nothing like that in my life. I was like literally, you could pour the pad over and the blood would come off. It would just pour out like gravy. I never bled like that before, and it was really scary. So it was an immense amount of blood. Time wise, maybe every hour I had to change my pad. It was just, and that was a level 5 pad, an overnighter. It was soaking through that. I had double pads on. I had 2 overnighters on, and I just was terrified, okay? Like, that's terrifying. And I was cramping, I was hurting, and I was just like sick. I'm like, well, did I get some kind of food poisoning or something? Like, what is wrong with me? Like, I feel like everything and anything could trigger my fibroids. So I don't know if food poisoning can do that. Like, excuse my ignorance, but I was just like thinking, did that do that? Because like I did have some different food too, and we could consider that at the end after I tell you all this stuff that happened to me. So yeah, so I was just out of it. Friday, I was out of it. I could not get out of bed. My son just watched me be in pain, going back and forth to the bathroom. It was tough. I was somewhat delusional. I want to feel like I was dreaming out loud, like daydreaming and sleeping. You can't even naturally sleep as much as I slept. That's how drained I was from the amount of blood I was losing, that I felt like I was dizzy, lightheaded. Now I felt I was dizzy and lightheaded, but the hallucination part, I'm just kind of like, dreaming, wake up out of my dream, go to the bathroom, come back, still thinking about my dream while I'm up, walking back to my bed, get back in my bed. I ordered me a heating pad on Amazon immediately, and to try to like relieve the cramps, because I have a massager. So I was like, maybe I'm having indigestion. Like, I'm going down the list of all these common things that could be wrong with me. So I'm seeing her like, maybe I got indigestion and I need to take an acid, or I need to take enzymes. I'm good for taking enzymes. Enzymes be helping me. So I was like, I'll take that, and then I'll do like massaging my stomach. I have a stomach massager, and then I have it has like red heating on it, heating aspect on there. So I was doing all of that. I'm doing all of that. I'm doing the massage and everything like that, and it wasn't working. But the heat on there, I say that to say this, that the heat on there, that's why I was like, oh, I could get a heating pad. And then I also had hot patches. You know, you could put like the not icy hot, but just regular warming hot patches. I had those. I was putting it on my stomach, wasn't working. So I got on Amazon and ordered the pad. Now that was supposed to come the next day, and it did. I was getting some comfort from it. It was really like helping, but not enough for me not go to the emergency room. So I finally got it together the next day at like after like in the evening, because I was trying to prepare myself. I could not eat nothing. I could not eat nothing. Okay, so Friday I ate nothing. Saturday, I'm sorry. Saturday I ate nothing, and then I couldn't even drink. That's when I started couldn't drinking. It was hurting so bad for me to just drink. So 2 days with no food and 1 day with no water. So I was just dehydrated and in pain. So then what happened next? So I got myself together enough to call the ambulance to go to the hospital. So I called the ambulance and got things situated at home. So my son he was good the whole time, and that's what I was doing. And that's what I hate about being a single parent, because when you're not married or you don't have a significant other or either family or friends, this is the crisis that I worry about, that I never want to go through. Like, I've never been hospitalized in my life, and I always try to never get sick, because I'm like, what am I going to do if I get into this situation? And here we are. Thank God my son is 15 years old at the time of this happening and not 5. But yeah, so I was able to get everything in order to be able to go to the hospital, call the ambulance. I had to wait like a half hour for them to come, because for whatever reason they just didn't come that quick. And I'm not mad at them. I did say I don't know if this is a direct emergency, because like it's fibroids, and I thought it was fibroids. That's what I said on the 911 call. So I don't know if I jacked myself up. If I should have just said like my stomach hurting and I'm bleeding, that probably would have made them come faster. But it took them about 30 minutes. When I was in the lobby, I went downstairs because I did not want them coming up to my apartment, and then all of like that the ambulance and the I didn't want my son seeing all that. You need me?
Yeah, I'm gonna just give you one medication, but
okay,
No, you can talk, and then I'm just gonna scan your ID, and whenever you're ready, I give it to you.
Okay, you want me to do a scan now?
Yeah, give me a second. You can do whatever you're doing. I'm coming back.
Okay. So that's my nurse. He's so nice and so professional and just so kind. He's been helping everybody with just immense kindness and professionalism. So that's what he talking about, is like this wristband that I got on. I gotta get my medicine. I think I'm gonna go get the medicine from him, and then I'm gonna call you back. Okay, I'm back. So I went and got my medicine, and another little crazy thing just happened. So my roommate was getting a IV put in her, a special kind of IV, like some kind of 18-inch IV, and she got spider veins is what she called it, and she very ill, and like one particular person was mean to her. The person who put her IV in, he was mean to her. So I try to be Christian and speak up for people and advocate for people when I can, but like the hospital is my fear. It's like my phobia. something I'm just petrified of myself. So I can barely speak up for myself and advocate for myself in this kind of environment. Like, I'm strong, but everybody got their weaknesses, and this is mine. So I was like, I feel like I should have said more, but I didn't because I was scared. But I did say something. So, when he was like yelling at her, telling her like, oh, you need to sit still and stop moving. That the people that came to me was 4 people. It was 2 security, the head of the hospital, and somebody else, maybe somebody head of patient services or something like that. They came to me, and I was already scared and shaking. And see, this is what I'm talking about. Like, I'm so nervous, trying to like recount all this stuff with y'all because my nervous system is just shot. Like, and when they come, I be scared because they all in authority, like this whole place to me is overwhelming. Like, for all the people, the illness, and it's okay. So they came and sat me down in here right where we was at. So asked me could they talk to me about that situation, what did I see and what did I hear and stuff. And I told them because like I'm for both sides, like I'm like, that man worked really hard to get his job. He studied his career. He care about who he is. Like, he don't just work at a fast food restaurant. No disrespect to that, but I'm just trying to compare it to an easier job to get that you don't have to be like heartfelt to do. So I just feel like the work that he did on her, I don't know if it's profound, but it was to me because of the care that she needed and what she needed. So even though technically maybe putting an IV in her because she got what I got, this kind of thing, but like bigger or something, like way bigger, and for a way more complex procedure, she got blood transfusion. So if y'all know anything about that, that's what she got. So I just felt so bad for her because, the way he was talking to her. And so I finally, said, you don't got to talk to her like that. Like, she's just scared. She's just nervous. And then I was, saying that my new friend, Ann, was here earlier and was like coaching her and soothing her, everything will be okay. And so I'm thinking he should be like that. And he wasn't. So there was another lady that came in the room, and that was like the Asian or Korean lady. I don't know her ethnicity. And then she was, I told her to tell him, like, what her friend was here and what her friend was saying, and that he should take heed to that because, like, I don't know if he read her chart before he worked on her or anything, but just the lack of empathy and compassion wasn't there for me, not compared to everybody else I seen on this floor. Like, that man, that my nurse need to coach him because my nurse is super excellent. Emmanuel, shout out to Emmanuel. He's that general. And that guy that did her, he ain't got it. So the people skills anyway. He probably good at his job, but the people skills ain't there. So yeah, and then I didn't, let me get off of her because I don't even know if my friend gonna watch this video, and I'm all like telling her business, but nobody knows who she is, so hopefully it's okay. So moving along, back to my situation. So I called the ambulance to come to the house, right? And I was down there for 30 minutes. I ran into a neighbor that I used to be close friends with when our kids were like younger. And I first moved to New York, and she sat with me. I was shocked and surprised because like we haven't really talked recently, but that was helpful. That was comforting to pass time. And she was telling me that like they have like the bugs out, like it's like a lettuce bug or something, and then there's one for meat. I know about the one for meat. So I was telling her about the one for the meat. So then she had to go, and then I had to wait a little bit longer, and then they came. So my ambulance experience was good. It was quiet, which is what I wanted, because I called the ambulance for my son before, and they will show up. They did show up with the fire department and with all their tools out and all of that. And I didn't want all of that this time. So I enjoyed to the best of my ability. I mean, how can you enjoy going to the hospital in the ambulance? But y'all know what I mean. I feel like the kind of experience I wanted, I got. So they were kind. They listened to me. They seem like they believe me because, you know, I feel like when you work in that field, you could get jaded because you see enough stuff to a point where you don't know if somebody faking or lying or whatever. So they took care of me. They got me to the hospital. The ride was horrendous. My stomach was hurting. The bumps, just going over the bumps. I was in the stretcher. I should have picked to sit on the back side of there because when I first climbed up in there, like there are seats along the side and then your stretcher is in the middle. They said you could sit there and they could have buckled me in, but I was in so much pain. I was used to laying down. I thought that would be a good idea. That was not a good idea. So yeah, the ride tore me up. So I was hurting. When we got there, when we got out, they went and got a wheelchair for me. And then I got in the wheelchair and they brought me into the ER. So at that time, they triaged me quick because I guess because I came through that way, how I came in. And she asked me where the pain was, and I pointed to my stomach, and she was like, one finger exactly where take a guess. And I'm like, I ain't gonna take no guess. It's the upper, my upper stomach or whatever. So like from my belly button up. So I did one finger here, in that area. That's what I said, is here. And don't ask me how my paperwork got documented to lower abdominal pain, but that's what it got documented to. And then fibroids, because I was bleeding, which understandably makes sense because, I told him I had fibroids. I know I already had fibroids, but I didn't think that was why I was there because that pain was something different. But I couldn't not mention it because, one, they're going to find out why they tested me. Two, I'm bleeding like crazy. So, okay, so now I'm in the hospital. They find me a room, right? Shout out to them finding me a private room quickly. I have a lot of respect for that. And they put me in a little bit secluded side. I really appreciate that. You know what? Thanks be to God. What am I talking about? Thanks be to God. Every step of the way made provision for me. He is the one that got me that room by myself over there with all of the chaos that was happening in that ER and the fear that he knows that I have about being in there. I could not have sat out in that open or close to like the station, the sirens, the lights, the screens, the criminals coming in that need care, coming in handcuffs. I don't know if they deserve to be in them handcuffs or not, but it's just scary looking for whatever they did, and they beat up and bleeding. And then you got elderly people riding by in stretchers, and that's so sad and heartbreaking. And then you got little kids over there crying, and they got whatever bandages holding themselves, and they sick, and then mom is holding the baby and the baby's crying, and it's just picture ultimate chaos. That's what's going on in the ER. And everybody's sick, everybody's hurting, everybody needs attention. Doctors running by, just stuff happening, carts happening, food carts happening, beds, wheelchairs going by that ain't got people in it that need to get to the destination to pick them up. So that's feeling like a Twilight movie or something, like some whole haunted, scary story situation. And then me, like, you see this, what I got on today, these people, these gowns, boy, I'm telling you, these gowns is a nightmare. It triggers something to me now, probably how an inmate would feel to see a jumpsuit. So I get in the room. I got my own room. I'm grateful. Now, the room across from me had the bathroom. I did not get the room with the bathroom, but I still like the layout of my room better. And I thought about taking a picture or a video like I'm talking to y'all now. I was like, maybe I should vlog this. Like, I did take snippets of my divorce process, even though I didn't show that publicly until it was over. And I mean, I'm doing a version of it now with this sit down video for y'all. So, but I couldn't come to terms with doing it then, because it was like too.
You can come back and anytime you want to, okay?
Okay, thank you. So, I couldn't, what am I talking about? I couldn't record. I was out of it, y'all, okay? I was in ER state. I was out of it. And I didn't want to come off looking like, oh, I'm trying to, like, make my life content, even though my life is the content. But I think y'all understand what I'm trying to say. So, and I've recorded myself going to the hospital before, and that made me feel away because, like, I was also way newer than I am on YouTube now. I still consider myself new. I'm on my 2nd year, and, you know, it's not consecutively, but I'm doing good at starting to get, you know, consecutively. But when I did that first video, I really thought I was going to get a different response. Like, I did get lots of kind responses, but not as many as I thought compared to the amount of people that was subscribed to me at that time and following me. I just thought they would have chimed in. They would have watched the video. They would have cared. They would have, you know, gave me some virtual hugs. And I didn't get none of that. Like, I got a handful of, you know, well wishes. And then people that I was, like, really rah-rahing for, like, watching their channel all the time, trying to help them get watch hours up, all that kind of stuff, commenting on their stuff, didn't even say nothing. And I was, like, out of it after I posted that. So it sat there for at least a good week. They had time to watch it. So yeah, all that's running through my mind when I'm sitting here like, do I want to record this process? I don't. And then I didn't know I was going to get admitted. And I'm just like, I don't want to do that to myself again. Like, let me just carry this privately, you know, carry it strong and just get through. So I didn't video that. Now, that room had 2 beds in there. The bed I was in, and then on the side, there's like a bed for like GYN services, because I was going through what I was going through down there. They was going to ultimately need to move me over to that bed, and they did. So, it had a sink in there. It had, you know, a whole workup. Everything, as they say, them doctors love their work. We did a whole workup on you. They love saying that. So the room had all of everything that I could need to be stabilized. The bathroom was on the outside of this room. I didn't have the room with the bathroom. So then, yeah, I'm trying to think what I could tell y'all about that. Like, I went, the room next to that room was the ultrasound room. So I got to hear everybody get an ultrasound. More terrifying stuff. Like, it's just the empty room that was next to me. Each patient that came through, which I could hear, because some of it I was minding. I've been trying to. You can't do nothing but hear everything that's going on around you. And I did not want to be on the phone. I did not care about watching YouTube. Nothing. Like, I didn't even think to play music. But yeah, I was just like, I did bring some books. I brought my Bible, my Help Finder Bible, and I brought affirmations, 2 books, and a positivity book to try to keep my mind up. So I'm reading, but I could hear. So 2 of the patients that was in the room, 2 different people that transitioned through there, one of them had, you know, an incident that happened similar to me. Like, I have been raped before. And this girl got raped. And I was just traumatized all over again. When I'm telling you, like, mentally, I'm looping. I'm going through it. Because I'm already here. You know, and then but hers was like, I don't know. I ain't gonna say 10 times worse, because what happened to me was crazy. And I don't think I officially ever told that story. I don't think I ever will on YouTube. I don't know. That's like a bit much. But, her story, she was abducted. And yeah, that's what I said. Like, there was some things kind of in common. So you all read between the lines, like, what I'm saying about her story, what could be or not be about my story. Y'all can guess all y'all want. I don't care. So but she was abducted. Apparently there was like a friend that she knew, and then a friend she didn't know. And I think maybe the friend she did know tell her it was okay to get a ride home with the friend that was there from becoming her. She was becoming friends with the friend of the friend she know, And so trusted him to take her home, and maybe she was like, he didn't take her home, okay? He took her somewhere else and assaulted her. So then, hold on a second. I don't know, what's somebody outside the door. So then they left. So, yeah, so he drugged her and he raped her. And that was just so awful. And like, just to hear her tell the story and cry, all the police that was outside of my door, because her room was right next to my room, on watch to protect her. I experienced a version of that, and it just brought me all back to what happened to me. And I just felt so bad for her. And then she had to get a rape kit done on her, same. And then it was bad. Like, so she she was a case. And then I'm trying to tell y'all my experience. Like, just, I don't care how long this video is gonna be, it's just gonna be this one. So then that happened. And then who was the other girl? I don't really, hold on, let me close this door a little bit. Okay. I don't know if that made it better or worse, because people walk by. I feel like I had it cracked a little bit so they could see me and then not come in. But now it's fully closed so they might come in. So, you know what? Okay, so it was two crazy stories. Let's just move on. Y'all don't even need to know what happened to the other girl. And then, so I'm next to the ultrasound room. So then, I mean, I don't know, maybe 10 people went through that thing. And I'm gotta hear different people's fears. I had my door open for a little bit, so sometimes I would actually see the age of the women, whether, what their race was, whether they were black or white or had an accent, sound like they from a different country or state. It was just people watching. It was interesting to like witness all of this, like elderly person going to go get ultrasound, and yeah, or a younger person that I would probably think, what are you getting an ultrasound for? You don't even look like you should be sexually active, like old enough. And it was like that kind of vibe. So, hearing different people's, the lady, the tech who did everybody was so professional and nice. She was really nice to me, and she was really professional, and she made a joke that she was here to help me and not kill me. The alarms is going off again. They calling for the emergency and stuff again. So, she made a joke that she was like here to help me and not kill me, and it kind of made me laugh and made my stomach hurt because I was in pain. It hurted to laugh, but I heard her tell that joke to a few other people, so I just thought that was kind of cute thing to remember. She was comforting, she had that sympathy that other gentleman didn't have. So yeah, some women cried, some women screamed at the procedure, because it was painful for some of them, and some of them were very scared. It was a lot, okay? I felt like I was just friends with all of them and just in the room with all of them, because the walls is paper thin. And then that's what's on both sides of me. One side, the ultrasound room, the other side, the empty room. So I stayed in there for 2 days. 2 days. And while they examined me and tested me, figure out what was going on with me, they admitted me, but they didn't have a upstairs room where I'm at now. I'm on the 10th floor in the Mount Sinai Hospital in New York City. So they didn't have no bed available, so they said whatever. And probably true, because now that I'm up here, I see it is limited in the bedding. So I was let me not skip back, because I got all these notes about what is wrong with me now and everything that I learned, listening, constantly asking doctors stuff, writing down stuff, but oh my god, I'm just stuttering through my words like crazy. I didn't take no notes about, oh my god, my band. I hope y'all is not all in my business seeing my band. Let me put my hand there. I didn't take no notes about what I was going to tell y'all about that, because I didn't even think I was going to tell y'all none of this. So then, okay, my bad. I'm gonna just jump to two experiences. So one of my nurses lied on my paperwork and said that I was in the bed resting, and that she checked on me, and that I was denying discomfort. I was pissed because she did not. And as a matter of fact, it was the complete opposite. I was like pushing this little button to give you, like, it's an emergency light button. The same thing that y'all hear, may or may not hear going off in the background. But, you know, the patients get that. It's like a string. And then so I'm pushing the button for help. It's a call for help for good or bad. It's not necessarily an emergency. You can call to ask for water. So I think they kind of see it light up so much that they just be like, whatever, maybe that was the case. So they didn't answer me. So I get up and go out. Well, before I get up and go out, I look at something called a My Chart. It's like a patient portal thing, an app that's on your phone that you can know everything that's going on with your case. It's chef's kiss, okay? I never seen nothing like it in no other hospital. So I found out about that, and then they told me about that. And
So sorry about it.
social worker. Okay, I'm gonna call you. Can I speak 1 second? No, I'm saying can I tell them I'm gonna call you back 1 second? And I'm coming to you. Okay. The social worker is here, so I'm gonna call you back. We gonna finish this conversation after I talk to her. Okay, I'll be back again. Alright, y'all. It's so much to this story, so let's go. I just got finished talking to the social worker. Had another good cry. She really have a nice soothing voice. I like her. And she said she's gonna try to help me, so we will see. Now that I think about it, I did mention I forgot to mention something to her, but we gonna get back into this video. So okay, all right. At least my lips ain't crusty, okay? I don't got no lotion. I ain't go back to my room do all that. So okay, where I was at in the story, I think I was talking to y'all about the incident with the nurse. Okay, so yeah, so the nurse lied and put in the My Chart app, because they have to like update the app, what they doing with you, that she came to my room and that I was in the room, and I guess she's insinuating she asked if I was okay or needed pain meds or anything, and I said no. That was a lie, because I was literally calling her for pain meds. So then I go out to the station, like the big common area where all the stuff is going on. I went out there to go find her, and then I found her, and I told her, like, you know, I needed toiletries for one, because I had diarrhea. I don't know if I told y'all that, but yeah, so 2 days of being in the ER with diarrhea is crazy, and not being able to get washed. Like, that's just disgusting. Like, I'm sorry to paint that picture for y'all. It's just ew. It's so ew. So that was the situation that I was in, though. So now I'm thinking, since I'm admitted, I'm like, shouldn't there be some kind of like welcome package for being admitted? Like, even though I'm waiting on the bed and I'm in the ER, I'm thinking I should qualify for like the inpatient care things or whatever. So I was like, let me go ask her for pain meds, one, to some type of hygiene kit. So that's what I went to go do. So then she was like, yeah, go back to your room. I will come there. So when I got back to my room, she came, and then I asked her, I said, you know, I'm looking at my chart on the app. I said, is this you? Because somebody said that they asked me if I needed help or pain meds and I said no. And she said, yeah, it's me or whatever. So I was like, well, can you please change this and update it saying that I do need pain meds and I do need help? And she was like, okay, sure, I'll update it, no problem. It sounded like she was taking accountability without any back talk of nothing. Like, there wasn't no back and forth. It just kind of was like, maybe like she understood, like, we, you know, what's understood don't need to be said, that you lied, that you wasn't doing your job, that you was sitting over there at the desk trying to like not come see what I wanted, and it's so busy you just thought I was asleep. So that's what it was giving. And when she just agreed to it just like that, I thought, you know, oh, okay, she, you know, she gonna change it. And she was like being extra nice. Then she was like, well, yes, let me go get you some toiletries and stuff like that. She was like, oh, they don't give you none of that, you know, since you've been here? I said no. Like, so she went to go try to like find me something. They don't even have no soap in the hospital, y'all. How they ain't got no soap in the hospital? That goes crazy. No soap. They got like liquid body wash and like sprays, like sanitizer sprays and stuff. They have no washcloths. They got towels, but they're like medium-sized towels. Towels that if you wet them, they're heavy enough you cannot hold them in your hand. You can't. They're not a rag that you can wash yourself off with. That's, you know, not weightless and manageable. It's a towel, like a hand towel, I think they call it, but no, slightly bigger than a hand towel, but not even big enough to cover your whole body. So that was an inconvenience because I wanted to get washed in the bathroom sink, but yeah, I couldn't even cover my body with the towel because it ain't big enough for that. But it's also too heavy to just kind of, too long and too heavy when it's wet to be a wash rag. But that's what she gave me to work with. And she did give me some fresh socks, and it was the liquid stuff in there, a comb, much of nothing, in a pan. So I'm trying to work with what I could work with. But okay, that was that experience, right? So she did go back to put more information in the app that she did not put that she gave me that so-called welcome kit. That's the big alarm. Y'all hear it? That means something really bad happening. Oh my goodness. Dear Heavenly Father, please let them be okay. See, this is what I'm talking about. The nurses is sitting here hollering, rushing. I hope they're okay. This is what I deal with for 5 days. And every time that alarm goes off, I gotta wonder what crisis a person is in and if they're gonna make it. It's different levels of the alarms and different sounding alarms. That was a big level alarm. So she updated my chart and said that patient is saying that she's in pain and meds was given. She did not put that she gave me that version of welcome package tools, whatever toiletries you want to call it. They weren't even really toiletries to me. But it was a box of tissues in there. It was some socks. Like, I made do with it. So I don't know why she didn't put that in there. Maybe she wasn't supposed to give that to me. I don't know. I got the impression that they did not want to send me upstairs to the second floor. Now, this is why I said when I was telling y'all in another part, I don't know if I said this or not, but I was thinking that they wanted to discharge me from the ER, from the first level, and it's like a basement level, and now I'm on the 10th floor. When they admitted me, they was even sketchy about that. Like, it wasn't like a straightforward admit. So even though I had all the qualifications to be admitted, the guy to admit me comes in my room and was like, I've been working alongside with your other nurses and doctors and listening to stuff, and he's like, this, it's time to make a decision on whether you're gonna stay or go. He was very anal, very like, like they sent the pit bull to do their job. So I'm like, well, what are the options here? If I go home, I'm not fully taken care of. Like, I'm not stabilized yet. I'm still in pain. And I'm telling y'all, this is after they done a series of tests. So they probably feel like that word, they did a whole workup on me. They feel like that. So they feel like, get out my face. I feel like y'all didn't do what I came here for, which was for abdominal pain. But in all fairness, they did offer me that to begin with that exam that I desperately need now, that I'm trying to advocate for, and I didn't go with it. So I guess it is my fault. And so yeah, he's like, and at that time I did not say, okay, let's do that exam. That wasn't what I was saying. I was still scared. So I was like, I just would like to get admitted. He said, you can be admitted and I can admit you for pain monitoring. It was like that. Like, they're going to watch me. Like, what y'all want to monitor this pain? Get this pain up off of me. What do you mean monitor it? But I feel like he used a different word. I'm using monitor. It might be like retention. I don't know, but they needed to gauge it, watch it, monitor it, whatever. Okay, so we went with that. They admitted me for my pain. So now, I told y'all I got a CAT scan. I got that done in the ER, and I got the ultrasound. Two of them, one on the outside, one internal in the emergency room. So they took blood, they did blood work, and yeah, I think that's everything they did within them 2 days being down there. And I was having the diarrhea, so they did make me do a test for that. Yes, okay, yeah, I did that test too. So that's a disgusting test, okay? Shout out to the nurses and to all the people who have to like touch other people's feces. Like, you are king. You are queen. Like, your soul is pure. Like, you're an angel. Because that is the most disgustingest thing in the world. Like, I'm just a girl. I don't want to touch my own poo. And I know, when I go to the bathroom, I got to clean myself up like any other Jane Doe. But it's a different level when you having what's it called, diarrhea. It's a different level when you got to do it into a hat bucket. So oh, y'all don't know what it's called. It's called a hat, but it's a bucket. Y'all know a bedpan. Y'all know a bedpan. So think of a bedpan shaped like a hat if you was to just turn it. I'm sorry. I keep on flashing my wristband here. So I'm like, let me say that part over again, because I don't know if my wristband was in there or not. But think of a bedpan and a hospital bedpan, but they for the bed. But then like, or a kid's potty, and it's like for the middle of the toilet. It's like that. So a hat looks like that. It looks like a kid's potty. And so okay, so they give you the hat bucket, and then you put that on the toilet, and then you go poo, and then you take your poo and you scoop it out, and then you put it into these little cups, for 2 different kind of cups for like it to get tested and stuff, and then you put that cup into like this red bag that's like, did they put like needles in or something like that, because it's like, it's gross, and you gotta like be very careful. It's feces or whatever. So they don't give me no spoon, nothing. I just had to use my hand, and I had to like struggle it out, because first of all, the first time I did it, I was in the room. I couldn't even go to the bathroom, because remember, the bathroom is on the outside of my room. It was always full. People always in and out, in and out, in and out. The diarrhea coming, I gotta go. So I had to go in my room. So now I'm squatting on the floor. Most humiliating, nasty thing ever. Like, I'm feeling so unladylike, just so ungirly, just like so uncared for. All right, like, I'm like, where is my family? Where is a friend? Where is my husband? I ain't got no husband. I'm not married no more. I'm talking about just in general, like someone that cares about me. None of them titles was there for me while I had to squat on the floor to do a poo-poo. And it stank, y'all. It stank. Like, and it stank up the whole room. It's poo. And then they want you to sit there with it open. It ain't, they at that time, the first time, they didn't give me no container to put it in. So it's not like I could do that, bottle it up, try to seal the smell and throw the rest away. They just had, they talking about just sit it right there on the table. So the room was stinking. I was about to throw up. I'm like, this is going in the toilet. This is unsanitary. This is just disgusting. And them nurses and doctors, they ain't coming to get it. So I'm trashing it. So I trashed it. Then I had to do it again. So I had to do it 3 times altogether. So then the next time I was able to get into the bathroom and then sit down on the toilet like a lady. But I had to prep it because, you know, I got to put toilet tissue on the seat. They don't have no seat covers. What was up with that? And I have seat covers. I've literally bought toilet seat covers for, like, situations like that. Like, if you have to sit down on the toilet in a public place or something like that. Like, they come in little mini baggies that you can buy from Amazon. So I do have that. So anyway, didn't have it. And dang, I'm regretting it. You know how you buy something that's like so unique to an experience and you just like, one day I'm gonna need this, and then the day comes you don't have it? That's what's going on in my mind right now. Like, I just knew I was that girl for being that prepared and then was underprepared when I needed it. There's another alarm. Y'all hear that alarm? That's a different kind of alarm. So I'm trying to wait for this alarm to stop, but I don't think it's gonna stop soon. I'm gonna just keep talking. So I cover the toilet seat with the toilet tissue. And then, I'm sorry, y'all, if y'all watching this video and y'all gotta hear all of this and it's not just a quiet background. This is the chaos I've been living in for the last 5 days. This is why I've been having migraines. So maybe that can help y'all sympathize with me about what I've been going through. If you can hear it. If you can't, great. So keeping on with the story, I put, first I had to clean the toilet. Now, trying to do all this when you got diarrhea, trying to do all this, I'm sorry, they is running by the door. It's just nerve-wracking. They rush into the patient, whoever, alarm going off. So I had to get the sanitizer stuff. There's nothing in that bathroom. So, okay, the alarm just went off. So, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, God. Hopefully they're okay. I went and got sanitizer out of my room. Now, I'm digging in my room for stuff I ain't got no business digging in for. Like, did y'all go to the dentist with me in that video? If you went to the dentist, you know I like to be, like, looking in the drawers, looking at, tinkering with the little stuff or whatever. So, anyways, when you go to, some of y'all follow me don't even live in the United States. So, I don't know if y'all know, but how the doctors are where y'all live at. But they have, like carts in the room, or either already drawers full of like stuff like gowns, scissors, tapes, gauze, like all these different things you would need to, operate on somebody in some capacity. And so I was looking for sanitizer wipes, and I found them. So I found some sanitizer wipes. And when you gotta go, you gotta go. Thankfully, I did not go on myself. But I managed to find the wipes, wash the toilet down, dry the toilet down. So then I had to put the toilet tissue on the toilet. And then I had to go back into the room because I'm going back and forth because every time I think of something else that I need, I gotta go back. Oh, and I got an IV in me. This is in me. And I didn't have the pole yet. Like, there's like a pole with wheels on it that you could roll around. Classy, classy. They got that up here. So I had that everywhere, which is also another headache and a blessing at the same time. It's just a different kind of problem to have. But downstairs, they make you carry your own bag. And the wire is just long and it could be on the floor, and then you gotta like wrap it around your arm. And it's crazy because it's unsanitary. Like the man said, when I finally got up out of there, that helped me. You know, I was crying because like I just wanted to go to the bathroom, and how is I'm doing all of this with one hand and an IV in me, and you know, the bag, I'm holding the weight of the water IV bag, and then I'm trying to hold my gown and stuff closed. Yo, it was a struggle. So I go get the wipes, holding the bag and IV in one hand, and wipes in the other hand. Go into the bathroom, come back, go get, you know, padding. So if you have like the wet pads, if you know anybody that's elderly that pee the bed, they put wet pads in the bed. Or for children, it's the same kind of thing. Operations, they got like pads and different kind of pads. They got big thick ones, thin ones. You ever train a puppy? Did I say that already? I don't know. Anyway, so I went and found some of those. IV in one hand, pads in the other hand, going back into the bathroom. So to go get some of those. And I needed that because I needed something. There was no table or nothing in the bathroom. So it was only literally a trash can, a sink, and a toilet. So I needed something to put my hat bucket on while, you know, I was doing all of that stuff. And don't ask me now that I think about it. Don't ask me why I didn't just leave it in my room on my bed. I don't know, but I just, you know what? You know, I was thinking that through, right? Look, I'm not even backing up myself. Let me give myself some kudos, okay? I knew I had to get the feces out. This was the second time, and I didn't want to bring it in my room. So I was going to, you know, do the whole removing, transporting from one thing to the cup in the bathroom. So my plan was to put the pad on the floor so that I could put the hat bucket on the floor after I used it. So yeah. But okay, so that's what happened. So I used the bathroom, and I got both of the kind of pads though, the big one and the little one, because I wanted to wash myself in the sink afterwards. So I was going to stand on the bigger pad so that it could catch that water, because I needed to like kind of throw more than necessary water on me. And I didn't want the floor all soaking wet. That's dangerous for other people. So I had got the big pad, 2 big pads, so I could get washed by the sink. And then I had the little bag for what I needed to do. So I used the bathroom. And now gloves. I forgot gloves. As much as I'm forgetting how to tell y'all what happened, is as many times I had to go back to that room to get that stuff. With that IV, back and forth. So, and then hoping that every time I went out, nobody went in. Because I'm trying to like dart back in there, because any second somebody could just go in there. And I didn't want them tampering with my stuff. And there's no way to like claim the bathroom or whatever. So I went and got the gloves and put the gloves on. So I used the gloves to remove my own feces from the hat bucket to the cup. Now it was like, I'm thinking ahead. I did use the gloves all 3 times, but this second time it was like still more watery, so I was able to like pour it. And then the last time is when I had to, you know, actually use my hand. Well, I did use my hand, but okay. Y'all get the point, all right? So, yeah, it's gross, and I'm not leaving out no stuff because this is what happened to me. So, yeah, locked it up, sealed it up, washed me up. People was knocking on the door. They was mad because that bathroom is like the only one on that side also. The other one is like real far. So, lots of people knocking on the door, and I'm just taking my poop test, then washing myself. I mean, I was in that bathroom for like 30-45 minutes. I listened. I'm pretty sure the amount of security guards that knocked on that door, I didn't give a darn. So I was just standing ground for myself, trying to take care of myself. So I did that, got washed, had to take all my gown off and everything because I still had one of these on down there. And, it was a lot. So I did the best I could to try to clean myself off with like wipes because that's what they had down there. And they had no soap, water, and like hand sanitizer to wash my butt. And I couldn't get the smell off of me. It was so disgusting and degrading because like it's not soap, it's just liquid hand sanitizer and stuff. So the trauma. So anyway, then the next time I had to do it, so they got what they needed from that one. So I was like, okay, happy, joy. Y'all about to run this sample to take these tests to find out if I got what I do have. They needed to test your feces. Now, it was a simpler way they could have did this, but then I still ultimately would have probably needed to do it anyway, so it's done. But there is a way where you can like drink a liquid, some kind of black stuff, and then like you blow into a bag and it changes the color of it. Simple, hygienic, simple, sweet. The one I wanted to do. But they wanted to test me for every darn thing, and I wanted to get tested for every darn thing. So the feces test is the one that had to go, because if I would have did that one, I wouldn't been able to get everything done. So I'm like, let me just go ahead and do it. So I did it. Glad I did it, because it turns out that I do have what I was tested for. And then the second time, well, the first time this is where it pissed me off at, because I just said, right, like I could have did like the air blow test with the black liquid. Everything they tested me for was for the stuff that was in the air blowing test with the black liquid. That's why I was pissed off, because I'm sitting here like, I sit here and went through this, and y'all could have just did that test if y'all was only going to run those tests. They didn't, run all the tests. So my feelings was hurt. I was mad, and I just felt like, not again. And yes, I had to do it again. So then the next time I was back in my room again, and the bathroom was full and stuff, and I was pissed. So here I am back in my room going through it, stinking up my room, and I had more. They had already started giving me these medications and stuff like that, and I had some bread. So yeah, so on the third day they tested me with one piece of bread, and then I just got diarrhea, couldn't really handle it. But I could eat it though, so I was excited, because it's 3 days and no food. You hungry now, so at least I could keep it down, versus the other 2 days that I couldn't eat nothing, and then the day before I couldn't even drink without it hurting. So then that was like breakfast, and then dinner I got to get a whole sandwich. So it was like meat and bread and cheese. So I ate half that sandwich, tore me up, but it didn't, I could eat it though. So that was progress to me, because like I couldn't even eat. Like just the act of like swallowing was like hurting me so bad. So that I got through half of the sandwich, and it was still hurting. I still got the cramps. Like my stomach went off, but I did it because I needed to get the new feces, because there was nothing in my system, and I needed them to run the test for what they didn't run. So I, ultimately paid the price. I ate the food to get the bowel movement, and that's what happened. So got it. That's when I just was like the most taken back in this whole entire experience, because I had to mess with my own poo. And it was, I say that to say that because it was like more towards having a texture now, because I ate the bread and the meat and the cheese, and just a little bit of it though, but still it wasn't like just liquid like the first time where I could just like pour it into the cup or whatever. So it was just quite trifling. It was really nasty, and Yeah, I had to air my room out. I had body spray, so I was like spraying my room up, sanitizing my room. I just felt so dirty and just like, yeah. And then I had to do urine and feces, so I had 2 pans. It was a lot. I was just annoyed, and then they got the results that they needed. So that was my downstairs ER experience. So now this is how I get upstairs. So now I'm pissed at all of this. And when that man said he would admit me for like pain, and I was like, okay, come on, let's do it. So I'm sitting down there and waiting for a bed. I'm not going up there. I think joke was on me, or they was trying to make it. My foot is falling asleep. Hold on. Yeah, they was I was saying, I think they was stalling. I think they was trying to discharge me from downstairs. I think his version of admitting me to monitor me for pain meant that we gonna let you sit here for another 5 to 8 hours, and if you don't die, we just gonna discharge you. But once I was admitted, technically I was supposed to go upstairs. So I Googled the city's email, like the patient's relations email, and I was actually, AI gave it to me. Shout out to AI, shout out to Google. I was talking to it about my problems, as I always do, because I ain't got no friends. And so it suggested to me that I should email, the hospital. So, and call them. So I did both. So I called and left a message, and then I had it help me conform an email to send to them, and that's what I did. So they got back to me immediately. Immediately. The customer service was so on point. When I gave them the diagnosis of the things that they said that I had, they was like, yeah, we need to get you up out of there, because you like a little bit contagious, and but not like, the way I was reading off the test results was true, but not all the way. Like, so what I got, it wasn't active, I was a carrier. And so yeah, it was like that. So then that had happened. Sorry, somebody just came in. So then I seen that positive on the test results. So that's what I told them. And then Google, helped me formulate the email. So we was like that I had this, because it's not a lie. I'm the carrier, so it's not a lie. But anyway, they needed to get me up out of there. They should have got me up out of there anyway. Like, I shouldn't even have sent that email. So, but that's what happened. They emailed me back. They was like, sorry for your experience, and we're going to have somebody from the patient's relations return this email. And they did very quickly. Like, I think I got that email within 15 minutes, the next email within another 30 minutes, and then I was upstairs. I was on my way. And when I tell you the big dogs came down, I'm talking about, the important, everybody's important, but I don't know. You know who got seniority and authority in the hospital when they got all their little minions behind them, and, who's in charge or whatever like that. So, I feel like some other people, and then they had different colored uniforms on too. That's why I'm also giving them that level of status. So they came down deep into my room. Oh, my battery is running low. Let me try to hurry up. This might have to. No, I'm not hurrying up. I'm gonna say as much as I can say on this roll. If it die, I just gotta charge it and come back to y'all and tell y'all, because y'all don't need y'all. We didn't even get to what's been going on up here. So for the other 3 days, we were talking about the first 2 days downstairs. So then I'm getting ready to get moved upstairs. At this point, I'm wiped out. Fatigued, tired, literally looking at. I had nothing else for these people. Nothing of kindness, no patience, nothing to give them. So I'm just like sitting there in the bed looking like blah when the whole army come in, and they on their phones, and some of the nurses that was on their phones that was they probably texting them co-workers like, how she get these people to come down here or whatever. So they came and got me. They was like, yeah, we heard about your experience. We're so sorry for your experience. We're getting a room ready for you right now. You definitely will be going upstairs today. I was just not saying nothing. I was just sitting there pretty lifeless, just looking at them like, not nodding, not giving them no life signs. Cause I'm like, okay, like I heard all of this for the last 2 days. So then the girl pops her head in the room and she's like, tell her the room is ready right now. So then the guy literally, regurgitate what she said. The room is ready right now. And since I guess they're texting each other, so like he's seeing what she's seeing, like where I'm at on the charts or something. So like he's looking on the phone and he was like, yeah, her room is ready like right now. And like so now she's just waiting for transportation. So transportation comes to get you. I'm trying to make sure it didn't cut off. Okay, so transportation is like another department. Like it's steps. It's steps to each one of this, and you gotta get put into that rotation for them to come get you. So then they did that, and within a matter of minutes, somebody was at my door with a stretcher to take me upstairs. I wasn't even ready, and my stuff was kind of like all around the room. So, he just was like, just gone and put all of your stuff. You would think I was contaminated. I probably was. And then they was like, just put all your stuff on the bed and we just gonna take you up, like this, whatever. So we did that. And then they got like special backways, special elevators for like people in the bed, like not the common elevators that people use. So took me up, and then yeah, so that's how I got here where I'm at now on the 10th floor. And my room is right across from the desk. So whereas though downstairs I was away from all of that, at least I can go kind of to the back a little bit. Because remember I told you I was a little secluded. This time, no, I am front and center, like right directly across from the desk, first room. And I had to share a room. I was not by myself. So the woman was already there when I got there. So, but immediately the first lady I met had a nice accent. She sounded like she was like Caribbean or something. I don't know. I need to find out her name before I leave here so I can give her some credits. If this video go up before I figure out who she is, I'm probably gonna say a post or something like that, or like of all the people that helped me, if they even want me to do that. I don't know. They probably don't want me to say nothing. So, yeah, she was so nice. One thing about the people that work on this floor, you can tell they love what they do. You can tell they want to be who they are. These people are so sick up here. We were so sick. We are. I am right now. We all are. If you get discharged, that's because they stabilize you. So if you're here, you're sick, and you got something big time wrong with you. They're so kind, so pleasant. Like how you would see in a movie, that is how it is up here on this floor. So clean, so spacious. The hallways is so big you can walk. And they do that. They walk us with us, to get exercise, to get us out our bed, to like walk us down the long hallway or whatever. So think of it as like, I don't know, a double letter T. Like this long way, and then it's like this hallway, and then it's like that hallway. So yeah, so it's really nice, really clean. They got everything that you need up here that's not in the yard downstairs that they don't give you. They got up here, and real food. The food is amazing for hospital food, which is crazy because I would think that people would be on like super restricted diets being up here, as I was. Like I was on like only clear liquids first, and then I got to all liquids next, which means you can have like juice and soda. And then I got up to broth, beef broth, and then I got up to anything. I can eat anything. So the anything is wow. Like when I came in, that I had just missed them serving jerk chicken. the menu is menuing. I had dinner tonight is chicken alfredo. I asked for a salad. I had a grilled chicken sandwich with macaroni and cheese for lunch, and breakfast. They got all the common breakfast things: grits, turkey sausage, eggs, all the fruits lineups that you could want, salads, soups. I mean, really a whole fully gourmet menu of options of things that you can have. There's somebody outside the door. I don't know if he need to come in here and clean it out or what. Okay, he leaving. So, like the janitor was out there. So yeah, just I'm gonna show you the menu they gave me because I did take a picture of it. So each person has like their own dietitian too, by the way, because you get your food cooked upon your diagnosis, like if you can't have salt and like different things. And so I had a menu for me and what I could eat and stuff like that. So it was really cool. And they, my first nurse was a guy. He was really nice. And then my second nurse was a woman. She was nice. And then my third nurse is a guy again. So all of my nurses were nice. But the woman that took me to the shower when I first got onto this floor, shout out to you. Shout out to her. Like, she was just like playing no games about me. She was just like, immediately, how I'm telling you they running around here for them other people, she was like that about me. She was like, go get her bad stuff, ASAP. Point, telling people do this, do that. You go here, you get this, you get that. You help her up off the bed, you get her bag. I felt seen. I felt seen. I felt cared for. Coming out of them conditions in the ER, somebody was rushing for me. And she walked me down the hall. It was late at night. And, I could hear all the beeping of the people's machines calmly. And it just felt like a cinematic movie that like I was outside of myself watching some celebrity go into the hospital or whatever like that. So she walked me to the bathroom. She was like, do you like, the small bathroom? She's like, you want to go into your room because there's a bathroom in your room? Or do you want to go to the big bathroom? So I was like, I'll go to the big bathroom. So she walked me to the big bathroom. She brought me everything that I needed and took good care of me. And I felt peace and I got cleaned. I went back to my room and I seen the lady that my roommate at the time, who's not there now, the first one, and her family was there. And I immediately felt like what she might have felt because somebody was helping me for once and caring about me. And so yeah, my bed is by the window, so I had to walk by her bed to get to my bed. And I was scared at first because she was like in a little rough condition, and I never shared a room with somebody in a hospital, so I was kind of scared at first. But yeah, I got over there, and then I did my intake with them. Whole lot of personal questions. Even the bed is like way more fancier, like future tech bed that can like come all the way up to the height of a regular person. So if they need to work on you in your bed in your room, they can do that. But it's still a soft mattress, and then it's like it can still go up from the back, but like it's like levels to it. Like, you ever go to the movie theaters and they kind of got like the recliner, but you can put your feet up, but it can vibrate, but the bed do all of that stuff. Okay, so it can like go halfway, the back can go in, so if you got back problems and you need to sit up, but or you can sink, it just do all the things. Okay, go every which way. So the linens were clean, unlike downstairs in the ER, and the stuff was just looking nasty. Like, why would you even put this on your body? It was clean. And then seeing that window right there was such a great view. I felt really at peace. It reminded me of my home, you know, and because I got floor to ceiling glass windows. So yeah, I just rested. That was my first night up here. I just rested. And oh, I got dinner. I got dinner. So the kitchen was closed, but they still had some food left over. And so what they brought me was like some kind of like a beef pasta. I want to say it was given hamburger helper, but it wasn't. It was more creamier, more liquid, but beef like beef chunks, and it was good. It was good. It was seasoned well. It was good. I was so hungry. I felt like this was the perfect thing because it wasn't bread, you know, and even the beef chunks were like tender enough for like you to eat it. And it was just a good experience. Like I felt full. The temperature was wonderful. It did not stink. It was, you know, the room didn't stink. Up here, the 10th floor don't stink. How do they gauge the temperature to be so perfect? I don't know. Like, I'm like, it's not too hot, it's not too cold. I just had downstairs, I was very cold. I brought my what you call it, the heating pad. I brought that with me to the ER, so I was like using it to try to keep warm and whatnot. Every time I asked them for more blankets, they didn't want to give them to me. Yeah, so up here I had one sheet. Well, my bed was already made with its regular amount of sheets, but then they give you an additional sheet and a blanket, and I didn't even need the blanket. I could just sleep in the sheet. It was very comfortable. And so that was my first night here, and I got on my IV. So this right here is where they put the medicines at. So this, I don't think I could. I don't know if I can show you, if y'all can see. So this is going into my skin. This is the needle right there going into my skin. And then those two vials is like so you can take blood or put blood. Wait. Yeah, no, you can put blood. Not in my situation. I didn't need no blood, but I needed like these certain electrolytes and liquid bags of water. So you can have prescriptions, which I did, in the water for what you need or whatever. So like I was on this since I was, but I told you I had them in my arms. I had them in started with this arm and then got put into this arm over here. And then this is today. This is literally today. So I had to get stuck again, move it back over here from this arm to this arm. And then it stayed in this arm. And excuse me, every time you bend your arm, guys, which is such a natural thing to do, if you're texting, if you're holding a book, if you're reading anything, you know, like any normal mobility, you're going to bend your arms. So every time you do that, this needle can dig into your skin more or come out or make the machine go off because it is moving. And so I constantly kept doing that to myself. So I didn't make it come out until today. That's why I got this one. So I did that, but that was my fault from showering. So now when you shower, they take these plastic bag things and they put it over. Well, it was here at the time, which also kind of make it hard for you to wash because you're still like doing this kind of stuff or just using one hand, or you like this, like I could wash my tummy, but you know, you can't really bend your arm is what I'm trying to say. So I had this plastic on my arm, and then they taped that to keep the IV this from getting wet. And oh child, these elbows is ashy. Don't y'all be talking about me looking crusty while I'm still in the hospital, okay? So yeah, so by the time we still going, the camera still rolling, okay. So by the time I took 3 showers, it had finally got wet and then came off or whatever. So I had to get a new one. But yeah, my experience up here has been good. I'm making this video before. Here's somebody standing outside the door again, I think. I feel like I see somebody. I know I'm not tripping. Hold on. Child. Yeah, I'm tripping. But in my defense, I think the cleaning people put the linen bag up against the door, like the cross from the door, so I can see the shadow of it. It looked like it's a person. Okay, so all right, yeah, I'm making this video before I make video of what I can capture up here. So I don't know at what part I'm going to put this, if I'm even going to be able to get any actual footage of the floor. That's not realistic, so I'm telling y'all now, just out of respect for the patients and the people that is up here. But I did post some pictures already of the long hallway, one of them, at least my side, how it looks, and me in here looking all terrible. So yeah, I posted the view from one of the windows from the hallway, and I don't know what else I can get, okay? But I will, now that I've decided I'm making this video, I will try to like go back out there and get some footage for y'all. I don't know where I'm going to insert it, because maybe I just do it at the end on a montage or something, because like I don't really got the mental energy for no editing. That's why I'm just doing this little sit down video style. So if I can't get footage, listen, what I've been through is real, in real time. I'm literally still here in the hospital, and this is my experience, and it's not about okay, they was just doing the testing. It's not about me trying to make y'all feel what I felt by going to go get the scenery, if that makes sense. You know, if you care, you care here now, like this, through this conversation. So anyways, that was my experience. I don't know what else to tell y'all. Oh, I told y'all about the second lady already in the beginning, and I guess I could reiterate that. So what I'm doing now, this room that I'm in is the family room or whatever, and I seen this room, but I would just always be in my room. So what was I trying to say? I'm losing my train of thought. I'm tired. Mean that. Discharge. So okay, so I hope I'm not repeating myself, but I'm gonna just say this. And if I'm repeating myself, it'll get cut off. All right, so I am no, because I said a version of it in another kind of way. Okay, look at here. Okay, I'm in here because I just appealed my discharge. So it's my 5th day being here. I just appealed my discharge. I wanted to go home. I filmed a clip of me going home when I was in the getting the ultrasound for my leg, because my left leg went stiff when I was sleeping, being in the bed too much. I wasn't sleeping, I was just in the bed because I was scared to come out my room to walk the hall like the other people. So yeah, I was just laying down too much. And then all the medicine that they got me on, it like, yeah, I need to talk about all of that too. Okay, which one I'm about to talk about? Let's go back to the discharge appeal, and then I go back to that. So obviously I got some more stuff I can say about that. So okay, discharge. So they ran a lot of tests on me and found out a lot of things. I know a lot of things about what's going on with me, but there's one specific test. It's called a EGD, and I need that done. So that was the first test offered to me that I was scared to do, and then I didn't do, and then now I got the courage to do because my roommate inspired me and encouraged me that I could do it, and she's getting it done. Probably already got it done by now. Her friend, who's now my friend, hopefully, I don't know where that's going to go at, but we exchanged names and numbers. Said that she had it done before, and it's like so easy, I can do it. So I requested it because I don't know why we didn't do it like yesterday or the day before, but I requested it, and they was like, you're getting discharged today. Like, we're not doing that. Like, but they sent me downstairs to do my ultrasound for my leg today. Like, what difference do it make? Like, you know, I don't know if it's a money thing at this point, my insurance, or like what is the reason, but they didn't want to do that test or whatever. But they did do a test. Maybe, you know what? Maybe because my leg was already ordered the day before yesterday, like 2 days ago or something like that. And they just now getting around to it. So they probably had to like rack that up because it was on there. So yeah, I did that. I did get footage for y'all for that because that just happened today. And then I just decided today that I was going to tell y'all. So I got the courage up to whip out the phone, and I got a little clip of the person who was like transporting me and wishing me well, because we thought I was leaving. I thought I was leaving. We thought that was like the last test. And yeah, so yeah, I'm appealing my leaving because I want to get this really truly last test done. Guys, I don't know if I'm going to get it done or not. I done had about 3-4 people tell me I'm going to lose this appeal. So you're gonna get 24 hours. So now technically I'm supposed to be discharged now, maybe a couple hours ago, but I'm still here because I did the appeal. I already did the appeal. And then they have to mandatorily wait 24 hours for the person who you want to have the appeal with to make a decision on your case. They're supposed to be a third party person. I got a clip of someone telling me about what it all is and me explaining to them what I've been through. I'm gonna try to insert some footage from here other than Jada. You know, is it gonna do what it do? If it do, it's coming up next, okay? So whatever I put together, you know, future Jada put together, that's the conversation that we had, or this is the conversation that we had.
China was so we work mostly on the patient's insurance. If you're disagreeing and you want to file an appeal, that's what I heard.
Yes.
Medical team.
Yes.
So I'm gonna be here with you, guiding you how to appeal for this case.
Okay. It's okay.
Yeah, we have a meeting. So your appeal for your discharge?
Yes, I just learned about that. So when I came in, I was under distress. I was having extreme bleeding, cramping. I could not eat for 2 days. I did not drink water in 1 day. It would hurt just to swallow or eat anything. I had diarrhea. It was a lot. And then that ER doctor suggested, oh goodness, I didn't. Yes, I'm trying to keep notes so I can learn about what I'm talking about. Do you know how to spell that? I don't know.
EGD.
Well, that's the abbreviation?
Yeah.
No? Okay.
Esophagus duodenoscopy, something like a scope.
Yes,
You're gonna
that
put it on.
procedure. So, I'm just gonna say looking for ulcers because I
just
know it's a longer word.
EGD it's esophagus duodenoscopy, something like that. So it's just that EGD procedure. They all know. So
Okay, so he said I should get that, and I was very scared at the time. I was, just coming in under those conditions, and so I said okay, but I said, can it be the last thing? He said he have other tests that he can do before we get to that point. And so we began, and they started doing all of those testing. So I got a full body CAT scan. They did ultrasound, internal and external. And I got later today. I got an X-ray because I was
you fell.
my foot was tight.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's further down. The beginning didn't happen. That didn't happen in the ER. That happened today. But so here you can see my paper. This is what I believe. I have the antibiotic one of this because I took old antibiotics before I came here, and the doctor agreed it wiped out my
the normal
bacteria.
flora.
Yeah, so then it creates this. So I understand from learning that there's different types. There's this kind that could come from taking antibiotics, and then there's food poisoning kind. So I asked her which one do I have, and she said she don't have a definitive answer. And I'm like, well, I took a bunch of the antibiotics I took were 2 years old, and the timeline perfectly fits the amount of days I took it, 10-day span. And then boom, I start bleeding, and then I had to come into the hospital. I also took new antibiotics in my tooth. I had this bad infection. I took the old antibiotics to get me through until I could get a dental appointment to get the proper ones. I was just surviving.
Yeah.
Okay, so
this is actually good because right here, this is the discharge notice, right? I'm just gonna explain to you the notice first.
okay.
So the notice, since I'm on the hospital side, when you appeal for your discharge, there's gonna be a third party company that's not tied with Mount Sinai West.
Okay.
So that it won't be biased when they review the clinicals.
Okay.
So that's iPro. Because your insurance is Health First Medicaid, iPro will be the one reviewing your clinicals. You're gonna call this number and you can tell all of this. Why are you appealing for your discharge? Because mainly they're gonna ask why are you appealing for your discharge? Why are you disagreeing? And is there any concerns or like that, something like that? So you have to explain this. This is good. You have the copy for this. So once you call to appeal, right? We will be, and the iPro will give you a time frame. You can call today or tomorrow, not later than 12 noon. It's all
I'm gonna call today.
Okay, that's good. When you call today, so it would take maybe 24 hours. Maybe the determination would take 24 hours. So maybe it's gonna be tomorrow.
Okay.
So while waiting for the determination, you can stay here. You have to stay here.
Yeah.
While waiting for the determination. If the determination sided with you, you can stay. They're gonna do your procedure and all of that. However, if the determination sided with the hospital, if the determination agrees with the hospital, the next day after you receive that determination, the next day after that, 24 hours, after 12 noon, you will be financially liable for the stay.
Like from the beginning or from point?
From that point.
From today?
No, not from today. So
from the beginning? I've been here since the 15th.
No, from that one.
Here,
For example,
this one.
So example, you appeal today, right?
Yes, I'm going to do today after we finish.
19, right?
Yes.
Appealed 19. 20, you got the determination, right?
Yes.
And then the determination sided with the hospital, right? On 21, that's gonna be after 12 noon. You will be after noon or 12 noon, you will be liable to stay from the date of 21.
You mean not stay, right? If they side with the hospital, you mean not stay, right?
If you're gonna stay, you're gonna be financially liable.
I'm not gonna stay unless I'm only want the test done.
Yeah, that's why you need to appeal.
Right.
Yeah.
So if they don't agree, then I'm going home.
It's up to you. If you want to stay, then but you.
I only want the test. I don't want to stay just to stay. I wanted to stay for the test.
But for the EGD though, you have to stay because they have to monitor you for 24 hours.
Yeah,
at
but
least.
Then I won my side. They agreed with me. I will stay.
Yeah. If ever they're gonna agree with you, because it's gonna be both, yes or no. If they agree with you, you will stay. You're gonna do your EGD.
Right, and then if they agree with the doctors, then I want to go home, so I don't have to pay a lot of money.
Yes, correct.
Okay, so what I was trying to say, thank you for explaining the process. So now the doctor said that they made me think that I couldn't get this done in the hospital. They told me that it's for outpatient service.
EGD is actually outpatient.
So my neighbor, the woman next to me, is getting it done today right now. When we walk by her, that's what she's getting ready to get done.
Because sometimes EGD, if you're inpatient and you have a medical necessity right now, like there's like medical emergency, you're right now, let's say for example, your diarrhea, your bleeding didn't
All
stop.
of the things that I had when I came in. So I qualified. Remember I told you when
Yeah.
I was in the
How
ER,
about
that's
today?
why
Yeah.
I came here. So
How about today though? You are
so
you still
some of
bleeding?
some of the symptoms
Mhm.
are medicated. They have medicated me to
Mhm.
stabilize me in some of the areas, but I'm still having the pain and stuff like that. So I understand everything is a
Yeah.
case by case basis, that I'm
Yeah.
not that woman, but she's also on the same floor in my room next to me, somewhat stable. We've talked because she's my roommate,
Yeah.
so I know where she's at. Far as like if she's bleeding or diarrhea, I know, and we have similar things in common. So I didn't understand how they can justify her place and say that I'm not. We're on the same stable
Yeah,
level.
correct. I understand
We're on the
you.
same stable
Yeah.
level. So, and then by her getting that and her having support, I don't have support. I'm here by myself. I don't have no family here in New York. Nobody's here. I feel like
So
I'm
where you
just,
from?
I don't
Like
want to talk
other
about
I
that.
am
Yeah,
sorry.
it's
Other
okay.
states, I'm really sorry though. I was
It's
just
emotional story. I don't want to go there.
okay. I
But
understand.
that's why my health is like this, because I haven't been taking care of myself. So now that's how I ended up here, and I just I'm watching this woman support that woman, her friend, and so then she was like being kind to me, say, "Hey, why you here?" And then we start conversing, and she's telling me like, like helping me, and I'm appreciative of that, because like I didn't know y'all do that in the hospital. If she didn't tell me that that's what she was getting, I wouldn't even have known that
Oh,
it could
yeah,
have been
yeah.
possible. So I felt like just kind of pushed out the door, like so. The other
Yeah.
thing, this is very major. This 1st thing I say, this is the in my inflamed colon, and I wrote with fluid filled bowels loops. Do you know what that is?
That's from the bowel. If the
Yeah,
because
my
it's like a side effect of colitis. But if you're saying that you have
It's-
this antibiotic associated colitis, your bowels will be inflamed and all of that.
yeah. So
Yeah.
the doctor that I just was standing next to isn't confirming which colitis it is, but she is saying I have it. Now the CAT scan, the full body CAT scan that I have, proves that I have the inflamed intestines and my colon, and that I have the fluid in my colon. That is very serious. The pain that I was in was immense. And it's there on the record. So she's like, yes, you should get the procedure done just outpatient. And I just think that's like so insane that I'm here right now and you have the records to show that I qualify for this, and you're like, no. And then that's just one thing. So then now you go down to the second line here, and I have structurally unstable bleeding fibroids. I'm currently having internal bleeding. Currently now. So they haven't stopped that. And I'm just like, I'm in a lot of pain from that. When I came, I was like bleeding through like a pad an hour, like you can just pour it off. Okay, so then I'm not bleeding that heavy anymore, but that's what I came in with. But I still do have internal bleeding right now. And then the third thing, my systemic dehydration. I've been on, because of these two things draining all my fluid. I got two major areas side by side taking all of my nutrients, my fibroids, and this and my colon are making me dehydrated. These are two cases on its own, and one by itself is bad enough. I got both of them happening simultaneously. So now I'm dehydrated. So I've been on fluid. They didn't put an IV here on this arm. They put it on this arm. Now today they put it down here. Since I came in on the 15th.
Okay.
And then down here, I have a fatty liver. So I asked her, I know they can't do nothing about that at this time. That's a long-term reversal process. But she said she can get me a clinical nutritionist or a registered dietitian to reverse my fatty liver.
Okay.
So now here we are. Here it is. That's the word. I wrote it down. What you said, EGD. Yes. Here.
Yeah.
So the upper
Endoscopy, it's
yes,
the same thing with each.
right. That's to where you find out about ulcers. That's the last test I need done today. This is what I'm advocating for. So, And then I have dental care, which is the culprit that started all this. You know, my teeth,
Yeah.
you know, are very bad. I have things in my gums right now. I'm going through a lot in my mouth with my dental care and abscess. I have cavities. I have missing teeth. I'm not even asking for them to even touch that because I didn't come here for that. So, you know, I'm trying to address the ulcers because I can't eat. I can't drink. I want to see if I have ulcers. So then she said, she gives me these medicines here, these 3 here. She said, if I have ulcers, even without doing the prescription, doing the procedure, she prescribed me this twice a day, which would help with the ulcers. But I don't know if that's going to help shrink the ulcers. The way she was talking was not, to me, was circling around saying exactly, yes, it's going to shrink your ulcers. It was more like it's going to create a better environment for them to heal. And that's cute, but I need it going. You know, so I'm like, this second one right here, this give me is for this colitis. This one is for the ulcer, this one is for the colitis, and this one is currently helping me. And that's why they say I'm stabilized, quote unquote. Because my diarrhea, I had 5 episodes in one time since it was nonstop, uncontrollable. So they put me on this to, you know.
All right.
I qualified for this.
I know. I understand you. That's why you need to call them. This is actually good that you have this so that when you call them, you're not going to be lost. You're not going to forget. This is actually a strong case for you.
And
Maybe-
the only reason that they say is just because they want me to go outpatient? That's so...
I'm sorry for that. That's why you can call this number right now because it's almost getting late. Maybe they're gonna be out of office. And then this one's good though.
So if they're out of office, you said I have until 12 o'clock tomorrow to do it, but I'm going to try to do it right now.
You can still call them right now.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna give you a copy for this, okay?
Yes. Thank you.
Let me just have this photo.
Okay.
I'll get this.
Here's the paper, everything I explained. And here's the medications. This is the one for the ulcers. This is the one for the colitis. This is what he was explaining to me about now, the process. So this is the paperwork. Everything explaining what happened. So he told me that you get 24 hours from the time that you apply for them to make a decision, for them to get back to you. The hospital has to hold you. So I'm in holding right now to see if they're going to do the test. They agree that I need the test. They offered me the test. The problem is we arguing right now about where the test should get done, inpatient or outpatient. They want me to go outpatient. And I don't know if it's because my insurance don't cover it or I don't really know. But they don't want to do it in here. And I want to do it here. I'm here now. Like, come on, let's finish this. You know, obviously I got to this state of everything that's wrong with me that I didn't even tell y'all yet. Because I don't be taking care of myself enough. Like, I do been, you know, watching my eating a little bit, but nowhere near to the amount of stuff, if I tell y'all in this video is wrong with me, that I didn't even know was wrong with me. Like, mad big serious stuff, okay? Not for play, not no darn cold, okay? So, like, everything is like life-threatening. So also that's why I'm doing this video, because I'm just like, if I be once upon a time, y'all gonna know this is when times change, okay? So with these diagnoses that I gotta try to like now get help with, and I made the appeal, I'm waiting for the decision, and the clock is ticking now. So worst case scenario, they agree with the hospital. If they agree with the hospital, then once they agree with the hospital, the bill comes back on me. Like, not from the beginning, which is a whole good thing because I've been here for 5 days. But from tomorrow, from that point. Because I think you got up to like 12 noon to submit it. So from, they probably get back to me. I'm just making up stuff. 3 o'clock in the afternoon, okay? So let's just say 3 o'clock in the afternoon they get back to me. If they sided with the hospital, and if I choose to stay, because I can stay, I'm paying for it out of pocket on my own now. I don't think I can get the procedure done, so that would be stupid. I don't think they're saying you could stay and pay, because that's what I'm doing now. I'm staying and paying. So I think they're saying like however long it take you to get out the hospital, you're going to pay for that. Like if you spend another night, because you got to, make arrangements for somebody to come get you, blah, 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 like that. So if they side with the hospital, I'm going to have to get up out of here quickly, because I don't know how much it costs a night to stay here, but I don't want to no more than no more, or pay no more than what is already due. So if they side with me and I get to get the procedure, it just carries on. I just stay. And then the thing with that is you have to have an empty stomach to be able to do that procedure. So since I've already eaten so much food since they gave me the green light to eat, I've been tearing up everything because they coated my stomach with some stuff, and they did a lot of stuff to me in here so that I can't feel the pain when I'm like eating and stuff and swallowing no more like I was last time. So I've been grubbing, I've been hungry or whatever. So, and they put well, I ain't gonna mention that. I ain't gonna do that to myself. So they put they put obese on my record, y'all. You know how you put like your name, age, date, they put obese. I'm like, I need to lose weight. But your girl will be getting a, what's it called? Let me look at my paper. A clinical nutritionist or a registered dietitian. So yeah, I will be getting that together. But apparently I am obese. So yeah, I would stay here. I would probably have to wait. I think it's like 6 to 8 hours normally. Maybe if you didn't eat a bunch of food until you can get it done. But I think in my case, because I already ate 3 meals, I might have to wait like 24 hours. They might have to like detox me and 24 hours, because nothing can obstruct that camera. So that procedure is them putting a little camera down my throat into my stomach to see the lining of my stomach, to see if I have like ulcers or like anything else going on down there, GI related, because I'm so sick right now. So yeah, so no food can be down there because you don't want no food getting tangled on the camera, obstructing the view, all of that. But they said it is this little cool thing on there, and then I got my head like tinkering, because I'm like, yo, the future is crazy. Like, how do we come up with this stuff? But it says that there's something on the camera that even when it's down there inside of you, it can like take a sample of the ulcer, like take a snippet, so that it can be I don't know, the words is escaping me. Y'all, I'm tired. Examined or whatever. So I'm like, in my head, I'm thinking like a movie, like what is this gonna be? Like a box and a little robot come out and little hands come out like and just and pull it back into the box, because it has to do that, right? Because like, how else is it gonna get out of your stomach with the sample? And then how else is the sample going to be protected where it's not tampered with? So my mind is blown. So technology is cool, but and then small enough that it could fit down my throat. That's cool too. So yeah, that's the procedure. I don't know if that's how it goes. Don't take me literal. I'm just imagining. And I'm thinking I would have to stay another day just to clear my system out to prep me for that procedure. And then you get put to sleep, like sedated and put to sleep a little bit. So you're not feeling no discomfort with that camera going down you or whatever. But they said it's very quick. and not painful in a way that you could feel it. Like you would be sedated or put to sleep enough that you're not gonna know what's going on. And quick as in like 15 minutes for them to get in there and do what they need to do. And then you, by the time you wake up, you didn't, you know, you thought it was like a minute. Like, did you do it already? So yeah, that would be the experience. And then I would have to wait for the test results. So I'm thinking that would be another day. So I would be looking at what's today? Today is the 19th, the 20th, the 21st before I would leave. Depending on how long, I don't know how long it take to get those, the turnaround for those test results. But then also the discharge process is a process in itself, where a lot of paperwork, they gotta set you up with a cab with your, you know, outpatient treatment stuff. So it could like kind of just drift over into what, the 22nd. So I don't know. That's 3 more days of me being in here, possibly 2 or 3 days, I think. Not excited about that at all. And I already been here for 5 days. So let's just cross our fingers, because I really need this procedure done now so I can get this out of me. That it just be like 2 days. But if I don't win and I gotta go home and I gotta deal with outpatient, any one of y'all just want to like come through the screen and give me some support? Anybody want to hold my hand? Anybody want to go with me to the doctors? Like, oh gosh, I need friends. This is the life of a person with no friends or family support. And you know, I'm making fun of it to make light of it, but it really is a difficult thing that I have to be mature about. So yeah, I miss my son so much, and I want to go home. I miss my bed. I miss peace. I miss quiet. So okay, what I was mentioning some things. I should have wrote it down. What I was thinking about, and I said I would go back to it. Hey guys, I'm back. So yeah, the people were singing for me. That was so cute. Some volunteers came to the hospital. I'm sitting right here by the window. It's such a beautiful view. The camera just, well, my camera can't really capture it, but it's really nice. So, okay, I went to go eat dinner. My mouth is dry. I don't know where my lip gloss is, and actually it's probably in the bag I got y'all posted up on. But I'm not digging in there because I'm tired, and I had went back and talked with my roommate, and she sleep. She went and had the procedure that I need to get done. She went and got it done and something else. So she's resting and recovering. So I came back out here to sit down. I'm all the way at the end of the hallway sitting down. Her son came to visit her, and now her best friend is with her. So that's nice that she have, you know, that support. And I had a surprise dinner because I'm still here. I didn't think I would be here. I wasn't supposed to be here because I was supposed to be getting discharged, you know. So I had some kind of beef, onions. It was something else with it, and like some kind of grits. Yeah, that was different. It actually was flavorful though. It wasn't bland, and I was very hungry, so they gave me 2 plates because I gave up my breakfast because I thought I was leaving for one, and then I was just like, let me just stop eating all this food while I'm on all this medication that has me like not able to go to the bathroom, which is on purpose. So I'm about to tell y'all about that. So yeah, so that was the meal, and I'm seeing the volunteer was down there. So that was the meal. And okay, so I'm just gonna tell y'all what is wrong with me. Everything is wrong with me. So a lot of these terms I don't know how to say, guys. It's like big words and doctor language, and then just a lot of explaining. So y'all could like look it up if y'all care. But the first thing, um, the first thing is antibiotic-associated colitis. And I don't know if I'm saying that right, so I'm gonna spell it for you. It's Colitis, and there's two forms of that. So you can get it by having food poisoning, and you can get it by taking too much antibiotics. And I got it by taking too much antibiotics. So I have a tooth decay over here. I'm missing tooth on both sides of my face. And I always talk about how I want to get my teeth fixed, and you know, it just costs so much money. And like, I know y'all see me shopping and y'all see me spending money, but it ain't that money. It's big money. That's play money. And you know, so this infection is like, okay, I wrote some, I'm gonna read my notes down that I got. So when I was trying to like learn, when the doctors was telling me what was wrong with me, I was taking notes. So it says, for number one, what I just told y'all, it says that my colon is raw and inflamed. I wrote down with fluid filled bowels with loops. Now I know that sounds crazy, but it is. It's fluid filled bowels with loops, like body stuff. I don't know. Like, look it up. I'm learning, still learning myself. And they're causing me severe diarrhea and sharp abdominal spasms, pain. Okay, this is very dangerous. What I got, and it's very painful and stuff like that. So it can be getting rid of. It's not forever. So that's the good thing. And then what I did is, when I took those antibiotics for my tooth, so my tooth is acting up. I needed to work. I couldn't stop. You know, I'm a single mom. I homeschool my son. I got stuff to do. So I pushed through. There ain't no option. I don't know. So I try to work hard. I push myself. But I also play a lot because I work hard and I push myself. So when y'all see me with my toys and trinkets and things, because I just need to be a girl. I just need to like chill and just have fun, because my life is hard. But I do all of those hard things so that it could be soft one day. Hopefully, that's the goal. Not forever. Hopefully I don't have to be, you know, what they say, working like a mule forever. But I don't know if y'all hear that person crying out, screaming for the nurse. But this how it be. So, I'm trying to move my chair over a little more. So, next is structurally unstable bleeding fibroids. Okay, so I have fibroids, and I have 4 of them inside of me, and they're like non-cancer tumors on my uterus. And I really feel like, personally, it's a curse that I deserve, because I got pregnant and got an abortion. Rest in peace to that baby. And I just feel like I was married, and you know, I shouldn't have did that. And I feel like this is the just like the curse because of that. and it makes it like hard for you to like have kids. It's not impossible. I don't want no more kids, by the way, but if I did, it would just be so much harder, and I just feel like a curse that I deserve for doing that. But yeah, I did that in my marriage, and I got fibroids after. So might not be correlated, but that's just what I choose to think, believe. I know lots of women got that didn't do what I did. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying like I hope y'all get the point. Cause and effect, just the unseen. When you do things, karma, when you do things, stuff come back around to you. So, anyway, so those fibroids have broken down inside of me, which is a good thing, I think, kind of, because I want to get rid of them. That's the goal. Because I've been trying to like change my eating habits little by little, walk, I've been taking a lot of ginger, a lot of healthy stuff is switching up. So they was like their tissue was breaking down, and they was losing blood flow. It's like a flower, like whatever is connected to the source that need, water to grow, like a baby being connected to the, what do you call that, umbilical cord. So the fibroids are tumors connected to whatever they want in there. And then if they fall off from being dried out, no blood being sent to them, that's a good thing to me. Fall off and fall out of me. That's what I want. So, but anyway, it causes a lot of pain, a lot of pelvic pain, intense pain, a lot of bleeding when they do that. When they start shedding, when they shift, if they turn, if they, whatever they got to go through to fall off and die, in my opinion. But I know there's some shrinking involved. I'm going to be having to go to a specialist after I get out of here, so I'll tell y'all more someday about whatever they tell me, about whatever I learn. I'm like way down the hall and you can still hear them. That's how loud it is. So then those two things alone, anybody having one of those things is crippling and life-changing. Like both of those issues cause major problems in what you can do in your health and your life. And my fibroids, I've been learning how to manage. Oh, they've been taking me out, believe that. Like I can just be bleeding for like weeks at a time. Not a lot, just sometimes it's a lot, but it's consecutively for a long time. So sometimes that happens to me. So I cannot differentiate between my period and bleeding from fibroids anymore because of that. I don't know what's happening. Too much bleeding. And it's just a lifestyle for me now. Like, it's been happening for so long now, I just adapted. Because I don't have room to care about if I don't like something. I will get depressed and sad really quick. So I do the opposite. I make myself real happy, be real optimistic about my life and what I got. And if I'm not happy about something, I try to go change it and be happy because I only got one life to live. And so far, it's the life with fibroids. And now it's this, being hospitalized and having this colitis. I don't know even how to say that word. So together, both of those things drain your fluids, by the way. They, so one could just make you dehydrated, and I have both. So my colon and where my uterus, they like right side by side adjacent to each other, and so like they just messing with each other. So both of them is going through something and sick, and they just bumping each other and messing with each other, and probably the colon and my intestines being all inflamed like that, they in real bad condition.
Why you doing this with your belly and the ladies?
I don't have I don't have a tear that's still solid so that things could like move through it properly, and but
Because of hello. Hey.
I think they're going in my room. That's my nurse, by the way, if y'all hear him. What I was about to say, they I don't know what I was saying. So the uteruses, they adjacent to each other, they close to each other, they messing with each other, they both inflamed. My intestines, my colon, all of that is in trouble, and I'm unhealthy and I'm sick right now, extremely sick, and like them being my intestines and my colon and stuff being messed up so close to my uterus, and then the fibroids being on that, it's just like feeding off of one another, trying to like suck energy and fluid, and so it wiped me out. I had nothing, so I was getting so fatigued, and I could feel it. I was drinking electrolytes, drinking more water, couldn't understand, drinking lots of coffee, couldn't understand, like, why am I just getting weaker? It's amazing to me how the human body is, all that stuff that's in there and what it's doing and connecting, and, cells and the science of the body is always so amazing to me. I think the lady through the vitals is looking for me. She just came out of my room. I mean, it's only one floor, so they'll find you. She looked this way, she'll see me. Well, here come my nurse now, so she probably gonna tell me she need to take my vitals. They do a lot of that. Keep taking your blood work and your vitals a lot. So, both of them took so much of our fluid that I was extremely dehydrated to the point where I had to have like the bag of IV on me from the minute I walked in the door. I feel so tired and so dry, like brittle. So I was on fluid with this from day one, bag after bag after bag. And
Does she have any medicine?
the cool thing about that is that it goes directly into your muscles and to where your body needs it, and not necessarily just your stomach. So like when you drink water, I thought when you drink water, well, it is when you drink water, it goes to your stomach, down your throat. But I thought when you get an IV, I'm like, isn't it going to make my stomach hurt because all of that water is going to be in my stomach? But it don't work like that. It go into like, muscles and like where it need to be at. So so I was getting the fluid, but it just took all of these days. I've been here for 5 days. It took all of these days to bring me back up to where I need to be at. And so I was lightheaded. I was, headaches, migraines. I was dang near delusional. Like, it's just, what they say, like hallucinating or whatever. I was weak and everything. So I'm bleeding so much that I had 2 pads on a level 5 overnight pads that I was bleeding through an hour. Just, you could turn the pad upside down and the blood would pour off. It was like gravy, I be saying. It was disgusting. Like, I just never seen nothing like that in my life. Like, except for when I first got diagnosed and it happened to me, I was like, what the heck is this? Because that was the most blood I ever seen. And then from at one time coming out of me, and then from that incident to this incident, this is now the most blood I ever seen come out of me, and I'm still alive. So they singing, they singing, serenading the floor. I love it. So they came to bring joy and peace and happiness and stuff to everybody on the floor. So yeah, so now I'm bleeding out of my vagina like crazy. I'm cramping my stomach because of the antibiotic-associated colitis, or whatever that long word with my fluid-filled bowel loops, inflamed colon happening that causes cramps and spasms. So like you spasm, you have to go to the bathroom. If you don't know, that's how you push your poop out. But my body's doing it involuntarily because of what's wrong with me. And then so like I think I gotta go to the bathroom, but I don't. It's like, you're trying to push but nothing come out. And but then also it like hurts, like it's like cramping. And then like if you ever had what's something, gas is common. When you get gas and you get bloated, that's how it feels. It's like you bloated and you got gas, and it hurts real bad until you pass the gas, or an air bubble in your stomach. It's like that, but it ain't going nowhere. And so yeah, those two things took all of my liquid and nutrition. So also the colitis gives you diarrhea. So I had that, and I just told y'all about everything that happened to me with the experience downstairs in the emergency room with that. So I had the diarrhea and the sharp pains and the bleeding. I was going through it. I was dehydrated. I was hallucinating. It was a lot, okay? And then next, I have a fatty liver. So my liver is, I don't remember the percentages right now. They did tell me, but it's fat. It can be reversed, and it's like, I would say maybe 20% fatter than it's supposed to be. And I gotta get it back to where it need to be. So they're giving me a clinical nutritionist and a registered dietitian to work with me for that. It can be reversed, so I'm going to try and reverse it. My kidneys are good. Thank God. My kidneys are good. Shout out to dandelion tea. I'll be drinking me some dandelion tea. Yes, I do.
But
I'm probably going to have to get off the phone because they're bringing a new patient down here right now, so I might have to get off the phone. I'm going to see. Hold on. Let them go in the room, see if they go in there.
Somebody staying with us, or?
Next is ulcers in my stomach. So ulcers, I don't know nothing about ulcers, y'all. I can't educate y'all on that right now in this moment.
No. I'm really good. I'm okay.
Just telling you.
Connect to Mount Sinai, yes.
Oh, that's why.
I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. So a new person just came onto the floor. Taking her register. I need to go. I think that's about all I'm gonna be able to tell y'all. I need to do the test for ulcers. I don't know nothing about ulcers. That's what they think I got too. And dental care, y'all already know my battle with dental care. I need to get my real teeth fixed, and they just been bad. For a long time, I didn't even have dental insurance, and then once I got dental insurance, the dental insurance I have don't cover the procedure that I need to do. It's not just like regular extractions. And then after I do that major work on about 4 teeth, I wanted to do cosmetic work. But I don't know when that's gonna happen, to be honest, because I don't have support. I don't got family or friends to be able to like go with me to appointments and watch my son or me, or if I need to get sedated. And see, that's why I'm saying like, and I was, when I was talking with the girl in the room, she was telling me how you gotta have somebody there to take you home when you do the appointment that I'm trying to fight for and not go home to do here. So it's the same for when you're getting dental work done and you get put to sleep or you get sedation or something like that. Like, you gotta have somebody with you. And I don't have that. So that's why I don't go get a lot of stuff done in life, because I don't have somebody that I could trust to leave my kids with. There's nobody. I mean, people in my life is in jail for, who used to be in my life, that's no longer in my life, male and female. I'm thinking about my closest friends that I used to have. It's nasty. Like, people do sexual crimes real heavy these days. Y'all know how the P. Diddy cases is, and like, sexual crimes in general are really big and discreet at the same time. Like, they happen a lot to people, but people don't talk about them. I think they probably like the most common thing people go through. And yeah, I don't want that happening to my kids. Bad things have already happened to me, and I don't want that for them. So a lot of people is gay nowadays, so I can't even like leave my kid with a guy out of fear that he would violate my own son. Women be like wilding, doing crazy stuff too to kids, taking their virginity. This world is just crazy, and I was crazy in it once upon a time too, but never too crazy, and definitely not crazy enough now to sacrifice having a job that will require me to leave my kids to a pedophile or you know, the enemy. I'm not doing it. So I'm gonna be a stay-at-home mom, and I'm gonna protect my kids, and I'm gonna work from home, and I'm gonna earn money, and I'm gonna hustle, and I'm gonna do whatever I need to do, like to be a provider. So too many times people in my life have failed me, and if I had any good family or friends that would be trustworthy to watch my kids, of course I would leave them there, but I don't got that. So I'm at a loss with that, but I want for nothing at the same time. I work with what I got. I work hard, and you know, I give myself and my kids the life that I've always wanted as an adult, I guess I could say. Nah, I can't say as a child. I had a good life as a child, kind of.
Because you will see me last time.
Everything got holes in it, you know. Hi.
Where we on this, okay?
A new nurse?
Yes.
You leaving me?
I see you tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I just got assigned a new nurse because my favorite nurse is about to be off shift. So,
No, 22. And then
Yeah, I got a lot of pain and a lot of secrets. Physically, for real, emotionally. But I'm choosing Jesus. I'm choosing to be happy no matter what. No matter what. I cried in that shower and I praised God, put on my praise and worship music when I could shower, when I finally got a chance to, and just thought about how Jesus died on the cross for our sins and how he went through all of that for us. And he was good and he was perfect and he still didn't have everybody's approval. So if Jesus, being as perfect as he could still not be liked by everybody, who am I to care about who like me and not like me? My job is just to make sure that like my actions and my faith support loving him and honoring him, and that's just what I'm trying to do. And the bad things that happens to me, I just be like somewhat accepting of them, like, you know, I just deserve it. But then also there's a side of me that feels like if I don't deserve it, God will lift it. So I get like a lot of good and a lot of bad. I can't say one or the other. To each their own what they think a blessing is. You know, I would probably have to say 50-50 because how dare I say I got any other ratio to either other side. I could come up with stories that could outweigh either side. But then I could take those stories and then it'd be a story within a story that is a blessing that makes it okay. It just depends on how you look at everything. So, you know, like, I'm here, but God made provision and my son is safe at this point in my life. Like, had this happened when he was way younger, I don't know, I can't say the outcome would have been the same. But this time around, I'm able to take some time to stay here and do for me. That's even how I can advocate to even try to stay longer to get the procedure done. So now that's everything. So that is 6 things. Yeah. There isn't a confirmation for the ulcers. So if there's a confirmation for the ulcers, which they think it is because they've already medicated me for it. So they already sending me home with prescriptions for ulcers. So that would make 6 things. But without doing the exam, it would be 5 things. And what I think maybe they tried to run my insurance for it or something like that, and maybe it didn't work, and so maybe that's why they're not doing it. I don't know, because I don't know why they won't do it, and I'm here right now and the girl next to me just did it. And then they're like, their reason is that I'm stabilized, it's not an emergency anymore, my insurance will only cover under certain conditions, and I'm just like, it don't make sense to me. But if I'm forced to do it on the outpatient, I don't know when I'm going to get it done or how I'm going to get it done. It's just going to be on the bucket list and in the back of my mind. And I guess if y'all ever see a video one day about it, then I went. If y'all don't, I probably never did. And that's just the truth. So I'm really hoping I get to stay here and just handle it. I don't want to be here, but I need to just stay here 1 or 2 more days to just get it handled. Because once I leave here, I have to take care of my son. He's, you know, he has 6 special needs. My needs ain't special outside of here.
No, she didn't put the sign. I put the sign, yeah. You didn't put this?
That's my girl right there.
So you have to tell them to put this.
If y'all hear her in the back, that's the nurse that hooked me up from day 1 and took good care of me when I first came in here. So, okay. If y'all, I might have to go. She probably gonna come over here. If that's what I said. I see the name for the other colitis is called intro colitis, spelled ENTERO. I think that's the one when you have food poisoning. And then the other one is the antibiotics one. This is on day 5. Here's the idea of like how the bed looked I was telling y'all about. This is just like an empty room, so I need to hurry up. Y'all see all these buttons? See how high it is up off the ground? That's how my room is. My friend is in there right now, so that's how the board look with your information at the top. In my room, my information is filling this out. Yeah, so bathroom. And this is the window I was sitting in that I was telling y'all about, like, yeah, I'm fine. I was just trying to talk so nobody can't hear me. You hear me? I'm not too.
Are you praying?
No, I was just trying to be private because the room is full, so I was coming down here to.
So we thought that you had a fall. So
Oh.
I'm like, what?
No, I'm perfect. I'm perfectly fine. It's just it's people in the family room, and then it's people in there. And I was at first I was gonna go in there because I seen that open, but I was like I don't want to get in trouble. I don't know them, no, but I just.
So why don't you go in your room and close the curtain?
Because I wanted to talk on the phone and I don't want to be people hearing me. I don't know them. Like,
So you want me to open your chair here? Hold on.
okay.
Your chair. Yeah, because we thinking you had a fall. I'm like, what?
No. I was sitting in the window, looking out the window, but then I see the room
No,
was.
yeah, no, somebody is actually coming to that room.
She's going to go get me a chair. Thanks.
Mister,
Just be careful. Oh, you want it over there?
Yeah, can I go by the window?
Just keep in mind that people do come.
Yeah, I know.
so, right here.
Be careful.
24
Thank you.
right here.
Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. I'm by the window. The beautiful window. See the view is so nice. You can see the water over there. It's so pretty. And you can see the water through the building a little bit. Nice, nice. I'm sitting right in front of some kind of workout thing. Everything is so close up. How I got my.
Just so you have an idea. Like Dolly Parton's in there, Luke Bryan, all sorts of famous people.
Tell me, okay,
Yeah.
okay, wait, back up, guys.
Oh, okay, cool. This is good.
It's to my camera
Oh,
too
sorry.
close. Okay, hi.
Hi. Hello.
Who are you?
Video?
My name's
Yeah,
John, and this is Joe.
I like
We're
it.
volunteers with Musicians on Call.
And they just seen me sitting over here. Y'all about to play some music for
That's
me?
right. We bring live music to where patients are recovering, and you look a lot like a patient, and we'd love to play a song for you.
I love that.
All right.
Cool.
Okay,
Okay, how about?
wait, hold on. I want to get in too. Hold on.
All right. Here we go. Now we're gonna be famous and
A selfie video.
famous and infamous.
Wow.
Yeah.
Panorama. Ready?
Yeah.
I know this song.
Yeah, that's good.
When I wake up in the morning, love,
Oh, this is so cool.
sunlight hurts my eyes. Something without warning, love, weighs heavy on my mind. Then I look at you, and the world's alright with me. Yeah, I just wanna look at you, and I know it's gonna be
Let me show you.
eyes ahead of me. Seems impossible to face someone else instead of me. Always seems to know the way. Then I look at you, and this was alright with me. Yeah, I just wanna look at you, and I know it's gonna be
Here go the chorus, y'all.
Here we go. a lovely day. Lovely day.
Lovely day.
Lovely day. A lovely day.
This is so awesome. And it's big. Go.
Sax player, pipes.
Woo!
Lovely day.
Awesome.
So good to meet you. Let me guess, yellow is your favorite color.
Yeah.
Wow, dead giveaway.
Yeah, the people were singing for me. That was so cute. Some volunteers came to the hospital. I'm sitting right here by the window. Okay, thank you. Okay. Yes, please. Thanks. About to go get ultrasound.
Just no recording, okay, dear?
Okay, I gotta go.
She was here, guys.
What's your name?
Sorry.
She helping me. I got a button back there, but we ain't gonna put them in without his permission.
Yes, she's getting better. We're driving her back.